What's up everyone, Robert Silver here, and guess what? Nikon just made one of the biggest lens announcements we've seen from the Z system in a long time. Today we're talking about the brand new, officially announced in development, the Nikon NIKKOR Z 120 to 300mm f2.8 TCVRS lens. And honestly, this lens looks absolutely insane. We're talking constant f2.8 aperture, massive telephoto reach, built-in 1.4x teleconverter, S-line optics, VR stabilization, and professional level performance. This thing is basically Nikon saying, yeah, we're going all in on professional mirrorless, and I'm here to talk all about it. When most photographers think of a 120 to 300mm lens, they immediately think sports, wildlife, sideline photography, but as a portrait photographer, this announcement has me really excited because this lens could become one of the most unique creative portrait lenses in the entire Nikon Z system. But today, I want to talk about why. Hold up, quick interruption. We'll get back to the video in just a second. Now, are you tired of guessing your way through off-camera flash, building your portfolio, working with a model, or struggling to take better portraits in natural light? Yeah, I've been there.
Sign me up, because that's me.
Now is your time to learn from someone who's already made the mistakes so you don't have to. That's why I offer personal mentorship, online or in person. Whether you want to nail your lighting, sharpen your editing, or just want to stop making videos that look like crime scene footage, I got you. You don't have to figure this stuff out alone. Let's get your work looking like you actually meant to do it. Click the link below or head to robertsilver-photography.com and let's get to work. Now, back to the video. So here's the big news. Nikon officially announced they are developing the NIKKOR Z 120 to 300mm f2.8 TCVRS lens, a professional telephoto zoom lens for the full-frame Nikon Z cameras. Now, what makes this lens special is not just the zoom range, but its built-in 1.4 teleconverter. That means with the flick of a switch, this lens instantly transforms from 120 to 300mm into roughly 168 to 420mm without changing the lens, without exposing your sensor to dust, without losing momentum during your shoot. Now, of course, this is obviously huge for professionals. Now let's really talk about this lens, because this lens isn't just another telephoto lens. This is a statement lens. A constant f2.8 aperture across the zoom range is absolutely wild. This means incredible low light performance, a strong subject separation, and creamy background compression, and also professional level autofocus performance. And of course, let's not forget about the beautiful bokeh. And when you pair this camera with something like the Z8 or the Z9 or future Nikon flagship bodies, you're talking about an elite setup for professionals. Now, this is where I get excited because a lot of photographers are going to immediately label this as a sports lens. But portrait photographers, oh yeah, this lens could be magic. Let me explain why. One of the most underrated things in portrait photography is compression. When you shoot at 135mm, 200mm, or even 300mm, you get this incredible separation between your subject and the background. Everything looks more cinematic, more dramatic, more premium. Just, it looks expensive. Faces look flattering, backgrounds melt away, city lights become giant creamy bokeh balls. And imagine shooting environmental portraits at 200mm 2.8 or fashion portraits at 300mm f2.8. That look would be insane. This is the kind of lens that creates images with impact. So who is this lens really for? Honestly, a lot of photographers, okay? That's the truth. Sports photographers, this is obviously a dream lens for you, for basketball, football, soccer, motorsports, indoor sports, especially because of that constant f2.8 aperture and quick reach flexibility. Now, wildlife photographers, that built-in teleconverter changes everything, instantly jumping to 420mm without swapping lenses. That's That's huge in that kind of a field, especially for birds and safari and wildlife action. Event photographers, come on, think about it. Think concerts, live performances, stage productions, fashion runway photography. Being able to zoom from 120 to 300 at f2.8 gives you incredible flexibility. Now, portrait and fashion photographers, that's where I come in. This is where I think this lens becomes creatively exciting. High-end editorial portraits, luxury fashion, outdoor compression portraits, and cinematic storytelling. This lens could create images with a look that instantly feels expensive. And honestly, I think this lens could become a hidden gem for creative portrait photographers. Now, let's talk about the real star of the show. That's that built-in 1.4x teleconverter. Nikon has already proven they know how to do this extremely well on lenses like the exotic super telephotos they have. And the beauty is you don't interrupt your workflow. You just flip the switch and boom, more reach instantly. And this is perfect for fast-paced situations like the sports, the wildlife, the live events and concerts and weddings and fashion runway stuff. Outdoor portraits, absolutely. This is the type of feature that sounds small until you actually use it professionally. Then you realize, oh, this changes everything. Now, let's be honest, this lens is not going to be cheap. This lens is going to be one of Nikon's premium professional lenses, that's for sure. And based on Nikon's history, this lens is probably going to be built like an absolute tank. So yes, it's probably going to be expensive. I'm thinking around the $5,000 range. It's probably going to be large, absolutely, and probably heavy. You know, as professionals, you're not buying this lens because it's small. You're going to buy this lens because it can deliver the shots that smaller zoom lenses simply cannot. This announcement tells me something bigger. Nikon is continuing to aggressively build out the Z system for professionals because this is not a casual consumer lens, clearly. This is Nikon targeting professionals, agencies, sports shooters, wildlife specialists, and high-end creators. And it shows confidence in the future of the Z system, and they haven't forgot about us still photographers. So, what do you think about this lens? Would you actually use a lens like this? And more importantly, could you see yourself using this lens for portrait photography? Because honestly, I think this is going to be some photographers creating absolutely insane portraits with this kind of a lens. I really think a lot of us will. I know I would. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and let me know your opinions down in the comments. I'm Robert Silver, and until next time, keep shooting and stay creative.